Hello, my name is Matt, and I like making videos to help you improve your English. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about a very important skill, and that is showing your friends, your family, people that you know or work with that you care about them. So, we are showing people that we care by asking how they are or how are they feeling, but in a kind, polite, considerate, and respectful way. So let's begin. Now, it's very important at first, when we first start to check on somebody, that we do it in a polite, gentle, and respectful manner. So, I hope you are okay. We're just saying this, we're not asking. I hope you are okay. This gives the person the opportunity to talk if they would like to, but they can also remain quiet. They don't have to talk to you. If you are more concerned, you can ask the question, how's everything? Or how have you been going lately? They can still say everything is fine. Now, if you're not sure, you want to ask a little bit more, we can use a rising tone. Are you okay? Are you okay? In Australia, we have Are You OK Day to check that the people around us are all right, that everything is okay with them. Now, it's important that we look at the person carefully if we want to ask more and say, is everything all right? Are you sure everything's all right with you? So, in the first step, it's important to be polite. Now, maybe we're very worried and we want to ask a little bit more, but we're also worried that we are asking about private or personal topics. So to show that we are being respectful, we can say, I don't mean to pry. So I don't want to pry. I don't mean to pry means I don't want to ask too much or inquire too much about your personal life, but I'm worried about you. Okay? We can also say to the person, look, you don't have to answer me. You don't have to answer me. Don't feel like you have to answer, but, and then we can ask them some questions. If we're very worried, we might say, it might not be any of my business. It might not be any of my business, but I'm very worried about you and I'd like to talk to you. So if we are worried, if we ask these questions, then we can check on somebody. So if it's somebody we know, we can say, look, I just wanted to check on you. I'm just checking on you because. After because, we can use a full sentence or a full independent clause. I'm just checking on you because I've noticed that you've been looking a little sad lately. Now, I want you to notice very carefully that here I'm always using the present perfect tense. That's because we've started to think about the person in the past, but we are still worried about them now. So the best tense, if you've been worried about somebody for a while, is to use the present perfect. So I've noticed that you've been looking a little sad lately, or you've been a bit unhappy lately. I've been worried about you lately. Look, I've been really worried. I think we need to talk. I've been concerned about you. So I've been concerned. I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I've been thinking about you and I feel that there's something that's not quite right. So we use a lot of adverbs and adjectives lately, a little sad, I've been a bit worried. We use these to help make the language calm, polite, and respectful. Okay, now we can also use you have or haven't been. So if I say you haven't been yourself lately, That means you've been different. I notice that something's wrong. Something is not quite right. Now, instead of using the word lately, we can say, you have been very quiet of late. So of late is another phrase that means lately or recently. You've been very quiet of late. Is everything okay? Now, if it's somebody you know, a friend, a family member, a loved one, you can say, you've been looking a bit down lately. You've been looking a bit down in the dumps. Down in the dumps is an expression that we have to say somebody has been looking sad. So you've been a bit out of sorts. That means the person has been in a strange mood or their behavior has just been different lately. So this is another way to check on somebody. All right, now if somebody has changed, their mood has changed, and they seem very different or they're not concentrating, we can say, look, you really seem a bit distracted lately. Is everything okay? So if someone's distracted, they're not concentrating, they're not thinking, and they're not with you when you're talking to them. And the next one is the same. You seem to be somewhere else lately. You seem to be somewhere else. What's going on? What's wrong with you? Another way to say this is you seem to be in another world of late. I can't quite connect with you. You seem to be somewhere else. You're in another world. I know there's something that's not quite wrong. And we can use the phrases from the previous slide. You seem a bit out of sorts, or you seem a bit down lately. All right, now sometimes if somebody is down, if they're out of sorts, if they've been distracted, we need to start a conversation. So this is a time where you need to find a quiet moment to say, look, I'm worried about you. I think we really need to talk. We really need to have a chat. So I think we need to sit down and have a chat. I think it's time we had a chat. Why don't we grab a coffee together? Why don't we catch up and have a chat? Or let's go and have a drink or a bite to eat together so we can have a talk and see. I just want to check how you're feeling, how you're going. All right, now sometimes when somebody's been down, especially if it's someone in your family or a close friend, we might need a firmer approach or touch. This means we need to use stronger language. So firmer language, we can be a bit tougher with the person. Especially if it's your children or your husband or wife, we can say, come on, cheer up. You've been grumpy all the time recently. So grumpy is someone who's easily upset or they've always been in a bad mood lately, and you're telling them that you need to talk, you need to see them change their mood a little bit. Now, you have to be careful with this one. You've been moping around. If someone is moping around, that means they look sad and miserable. Their head is down, their body language is negative. This is to mope around. You've been moping around. Let's have a chat. I want to find out what is wrong with you. And the other one is not exactly polite. You've been down in the mouth. That means you've been frowning. So a frown is the opposite to a smile. You've been down in the mouth and it's time you started to cheer up. Come on, I think you need to snap out of it. Snap out of it means you need to start to think in a more positive way. You've been too sad, too angry, too upset for too long, and here we're telling them, I've had enough. I need you to start talking to me. Tell me what is wrong. Okay, so I hope you're feeling well, and I hope this helps. So if it's a friend and we just want to cheer them up a little bit, we can always say, don't worry, be happy. So I hope you have a wonderful day and I will be back making more videos shortly. Have a wonderful day.